One just got my Asus Zenfone 3 Deluxe. This is the ZS570KL variant. It's got the 5.7-inch display, the Snapdragon 820, Adreno 530, the Sony IMX318 sensor, and so far, seems like a very nice phone. The good news is I have it. It's November 2nd, 2016. Unfortunately, there is a bad news. They screwed up my order. I have to send this back, and the FedEx guy is coming today. So I just got it yesterday, had to send it back today. Just had a very brief time to play with it and see what I thought of it. And that's what I'm going to be giving you, my initial impressions and my feelings on it after playing with it overnight and throughout the morning. So, as you can see, it is a little bit bigger than the competition. It's also got a bigger display. It's 5.7 compared to the 5.5 or 5.2 of the Axon 7, the Oneplus 3, or the HTC 10. All these phones are set up at max brightness with the auto brightness turned off, so you're actually getting the phone's max brightness at this point. So what do I think of it? I think it's a pretty nice phone. Although there are a couple things I don't care for. A, I don't care for the Zen UI. Just not a big fan of it. Just seems a little cartoony. I don't like the side-by-side, screens. I like the up and down screens of the all the other phones here. More stock feel to it, and just not a big fan of the Sense UI. I also believe that Asus is going to be pretty late to upgrade this to Nougat if Nougat is something that you're looking for. I actually am, because I'm dying to try out Daydream. I love the Samsung VR experience. And the Daydream experience, I think, is going to be even better, and I can't wait to give it a shot. So, which brings me to a point. This phone's coming out so late in the year, I'm actually surprised it didn't come with Daydream compatibility in mind, like the Axon 7 did, which is one of the first phones, which is actually the first phone that came out that is spec'd to be Daydream compatible. That's just waiting on the Nougat update. Pixel, of course, the first one that can make it happen right now, but I believe Axon is going to come out with its update pretty quick to Nougat and make Daydream a possibility for that phone. So, which is weird because Axon, the Asus is coming out so late in the game. I'm surprised they didn't have that in mind. It's got a 1080p display, not the HD display, which Daydream requires. It doesn't have the magnet placement for the headset, which was required for Daydream. So if VR is something that you'd want to do later on, I think you're still better off with the Axon than you are with the Asus. It's going to be in the same boat with the OnePlus, but I think OnePlus is going to be much quicker to put out Nougat, and it still might be usable for Daydream to a certain extent more than the Zenfone, I believe. That's my opinion. And we'll just see how that pans out. So what else can I say about this phone? So far, the phone seems actually pretty snappy. One thing I have noticed that there seems to be a bit of lag in the shutter. And I'm sure that's just going to be a software issue. I'm sure that'll be easily fixed. But, oh boy. It seems like this has locked up on me already. All right, this is, let me just pause this really quick. Oop, and I'll be right back. Okay, one reboot later and we're back. So, what I've noticed so far is the camera seems to be a little bit laggy. All right, now it's going to make a liar of me. There is a bit of a lag. It was actually more pronounced before the reboot. Maybe there's something else going on in here. I don't know. But that's a tough focus. I was shooting at glass. I'm not gonna fault the camera on that one. See that? There it shot before it even focused. So I mean, I think the camera is a little bit buggy. It does have some shutter lag. See right there? It was definitely noticeable. And there's definitely a little bit of shutter lag to this that I don't care for, which is not present on any of the other cameras that we have here today. You know, that's instantaneous. Let's see, we got this. The Axon, instantaneous. And the HTC. That's pretty instantaneous. So out of all the phones here, the one with the most shutter lag is the Asus. I truly believe that's going to be a firmware thing. I'm sure they're going to update that. But this late in the game, you figure they would have figured it out before it came out. The other thing I don't really care for about this is in the initial setup, when you open up the SIM card tray, you'll see something that, I haven't seen in a while on any new phones coming out. There's actually your first SIM is a micro SIM. Every other phone I've had lately has been a nano SIM. I kind of like the nano SIM. This way I can go from one phone to another. If I just change a mood or something happens to one of my phones, I can throw it in any other phone I have, going from Axon to Samsung S7 Edge or ZTE, the Oneplus or the HTC One, all nano SIM. This one, first SIM is micro SIM. The second SIM is a nano SIM. But that's also in the spot that's going to be utilized for the SD card if you choose to put in an SD card. So, not a big fan of the micro SD. Why the reason why they went into the micro SD card. So, I'm sure there was a reason for it, but I don't like the idea, and I hate using an adapter because on a few phones, if that adapter is a little loose, the card comes out. You try to pull the tray out, and you could damage the phone. A lot of the Microsoft phones, one of the Microsoft or Nokia phones was notorious for that. And it's just not something I'm a big fan of. So overall, the build quality is really nice. It actually feels a lot like an overgrown Oneplus as far as a bit of more of a sharp edge than either the HTC One, the HTC 10, or the Axon 7, or more rounded. This is more squared off, like the OnePlus 3, and that's not a bad thing. It makes it for a good grip, but it is starting to get more phablety than I like. I think the 5.5 inch for me is perfect. I think the feel of the Axon and the OnePlus 3 and the HTC 10 for that matter all feel great. This is starting to push it a little bit, for one-handed operation and comfort hold. It's a little taller than the rest. I'll just show you really quick. Okay, it wants to pair and take a, yeah. Hopefully you guys didn't see that. It's not a good hair day, but it's early in the morning, so what are you gonna do? Anyway, so size difference here. It's not huge, but it's just pushing it to the point where it's a bit phablety. So I don't consider 5.5 phablety because I have decent sized hands, I guess. That's starting to get there. So I'm wondering did I just transfer a file? No, I took a screenshot. Okay. So let me put on a couple movie clips so you can see what the screen looks like. And also I'm going to play a little music so you can see what the speakers. That's the other thing. The sound quality on the Asus, probably the worst of the bunch. I was actually very surprised at how little I like the sound output. And after looking online, I've noticed that some people have been complaining about that. Also low headphone output, which I'm sure I'm not sure. I'm pretty confident though that might also be a firmware update issue because this supposedly should be putting out pretty good audio, and I don't know why it's not, but hopefully that'll be a firmware issue as well. But we're going to take a look in just a minute. Okay, I've turned all the phones on the side so the speakers aren't being blocked by the stands that they're sitting on. And this way you can hear a little bit more of the natural sound. And this is going to be right at you, like you're going to be looking at it. So I'm not going to, cup them. I'm not going to, change the angle of them. They're all going to be about the same. The Axon is going to be unaffected by any of this because it does have the dual front-firing speakers. The HTC 10 will be less affected by it because it's got the one front-firing speaker and the down-firing subwoofer, but the OnePlus and the Asus are going to be affected because their speakers are on the bottom. So we're going to see what they sound like. Maybe I will cup them partway into the playback just to show you what it could sound like. As you would be holding it, you'd probably be cupping it so that's what I'll do. So let's take a quick look. Here we go with the sound test. This is the OnePlus 3.
So show me what I'm looking for. Save me, I'm lost. Oh Lord, I've been waiting for you. I'll pay any cost. Save me from being confused.
I don't know if you could tell, but when I stopped cupping my hand, the sound changed considerably. It doesn't sound bad. The OnePlus 3, it's not a bad speaker, and I'm not saying the Asus does sound bad, but I expect a little more for the size and the price increase. Price increase, it's $100 more. You are getting a bigger screen, but that's pretty much it as far as what it has over the OnePlus 3. So let's take a quick look. I'm sorry, Zenfone 3. Okay, so I don't know how well this is translating over to the, I'm recording this on a Galaxy S7 Edge. Just doesn't have the clarity, and it sounds a bit tinny on my end. And you can, it's all in the same microphone, so we'll see if you agree. I'm not an audiophile, I don't claim to be. But you know what? I know it sounds good to me, and that's that. Everything was max volume, by the way. I don't have to cup this phone either because front firing speakers. So that overall had the best tonal quality to me. Whether you agree or not, that's it's all good. Everybody has their own taste and what they think sounds better. I think that sounds best. That sounds pretty good. This sounds pretty good, but a little tinny and not as good as the others. And for the $100 price jump, I'm not sure if it's worth it.
Should've done better than this. Please.
So that's it on the audio. We're gonna pause it for that, and then so you guys can review this, see what you think. I think the sound output was the lowest, I think, on the HTC, and you guys can double check me. Quality was still good though, and with the Axon on the HTC, when you put on the headphones, that's really when these two units shine. Even though the Axon sounds, I think, fantastic without the headphones, but throw on a pair of headphones, and that's when both these phones really shine because they have a high quality. And I believe this one does as well, but if you also look online, there have been complaints about Bluetooth connectivity issues, streaming music from this phone, and Bluetooth headphone problems, perhaps. All should be correctable in a firmware update if that is true. I haven't had any problems with it, but just my brief research so far after getting the phone, I found that a few people have complained about that. So we're going to move on to, I'm going to find a good, what I think is a good video shot to show you, just compare all the screens. And that'll do it for now because I really haven't had a chance to play with it that much. One thing I will go over, the only one out of these phones that is going to be Daydream compatible is the Axon. It's built for Daydream, has magnets in all the right place. Once it gets the Nougat update, which I think will be pretty soon, this is going to be 100%, according to everything that I've read so far, 100% Daydream compatible. None of these other phones are. You need an AMOLED display recommended, which the HTC doesn't. These do. You need an HD display. Quad HD displays, I believe, is recommended. These are only 1080p. When I say these, I meant these two are 1080p. I believe the HTC is 1080p too, but also misses out because that's Super LCD. So everything else is AMOLED, but does not conform to the Daydream compatibility, which, maybe you're into it, maybe you're not, but at this late stage of the game, why not get a phone that's compatible? The 3D is really, really cool. It's cool on the Samsung VR, and I think it's going to be even better with Daydream with the remote and the new format. So let's see a little video, and then I'm going to conclude this. Quick pricing. So what do we have for price? The OnePlus 3, $399. For a phone like that, that's a great deal. Axon 7, $399. For a phone like this, it's a great deal. Plus, the Axon 7 comes with the Passport 2.0, 2-year warranty, and also includes accidental damage. With, there is a deductible, but there's a deductible on most accidental warranty claims anyway. So I think that's phenomenal. That really brings it up to a different level, really, because you're getting an $80 value for free. 80 to 120. That's what these 2-year warranties usually cost with accidental damage, and that includes it for free. That's a pretty good deal, and it's a phenomenal phone. So every phone here is a great phone, but now you're going up $100, $499 for this, for the Asus Zenfone 3, this variant. And that's another thing with Asus. There's so many variants of this phone, it's just mind-boggling. So you really got to be careful when you make your purchase which one you pick, because the 5.7 versions are usually not spec'd out as good. And then you also have the Zenfone 3 Deluxe Limited Edition, which is a bump up. I think that runs at $800. So there's such a wide variation of the Asus Zenfone 3s that you really got to be careful when making your purchase. Now, $499 for the Asus Zenfone 3, $50 more, you can get the HTC One, which arguably has one of the best cameras on the market, although I do expect great things from this camera. The Sony IMX318 sensor is supposedly phenomenal. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to put it through its paces right now, but it's poised to be one of the top contenders as far as cameras go for 2016, I believe, going from the specs of it. So I don't know. The HTC is usually running specials now, and they might even be going lower. Who knows? Maybe they'll have a holiday special. HTC 10 right now is running $550. So for $50 more, you can get the HTC 10. It includes the 1 year of protection, which is not a bad deal. And it's a fantastic phone, probably one of the best cameras on the market at the moment. Front-facing and rear-facing iOS on the HTC 10. So it's actually a pretty compelling phone for this price. If you're going to go up $500, why not go up $50 more and think about the HTC 10. You know, it's not that you shouldn't think about the Asus, but I'm not really sure where it's going to be falling right now in this at this price, because it's spec'd out nearly identical to the Axon and the Oneplus. Very few variations. I'm really not sure it's worth it just to get the slightly bigger screen. I think right now the software is a little buggy. I think you're going to have to wait a long time for updates from Asus, where I think OnePlus and Axon and HTC are all going to be pushing out Nougat quicker than Asus is. I mean, that's just on past history. Axon is going to want to make this Daydream compatible phone Daydream compatible by pushing out Nougat quick. So I think this is going to be the first one to get it. I think the OnePlus 3 and the HTC will push it probably a little bit after that. I think we'll see both the HTC and the OnePlus probably before the end of the year. This is not, I guarantee you this is not going to be till sometime in 2017, probably late into the first quarter. All right, so we'll move on to the video and see what we think. Okay, here's the, I'm going to move the camera around so you can really get a dead-on shot. But the Asus, actually all the phones have a very nice display. 3 AMOLEDs against 1 Super LCD. All of them are maxed out on brightness. And you guys can figure out which one you like best. I'm going to try to get them all kind of facing in the same direction if possible. Alright, so this is the OnePlus 3 that we're centered on right now. 5.5 inch AMOLED. Got some action here. It's a little dark, but showing a lot of color in the nebula. Here we have the HTC 10 Super LCD. I'm just thinking, is this Super LCD? Yeesh. No, I'm not 100%. Did they move to AMOLED? You know what? Don't quote me on that. I'm going to have to check that out later. Sorry for any confusion, if any. Alright, now we're on to the Axon 7. I'll pull out and give an all-on view. But they all have a really nice display. I actually think the Zenfone actually might be the brightest of them at the moment. Now, if you guys can figure out what this is a video of, most likely you could be my friend. I'm not going to tell you though. Awesome show. Sorry about this glare. Just trying to. So here they all are together. I got it as close to the same starting point as I could. Alright, so there you have it. It's not as quick as a video as I would like to have been. I hope it was at least informative to a certain extent, and hope I get a thumbs up. You know what? As long as I can get a thumbs down, I guess that's a win. But so, what does this Zenfone 3 bring to the field? I'm really not sure it brings a whole lot more to the field than any of the other phones here do. So it's really personal preference. If you like the brand, when I build a computer, probably half my computer is Asus. Motherboard, they make awesome motherboards, video cards, sound cards, you name it. Electronics, they're top notch. But, so is every other company that's represented here. And I don't know if it's worth $100 more over the phone. And once you go up to the $499, maybe you might want to consider the HTC. There's still excellent values for what you're getting. But I'm not sure what the Zenfone 3 Deluxe brings to the table at that price point that you can't get from another manufacturer a little cheaper, a little less buggy maybe, from what I've seen so far. And once again, I'm sure all that's going to be fixable. But now, right out of the box, this is my first impressions. Why they went with a micro SD card is beyond me. I kind of dig the nano SIM. Maybe if they did 2 nano SIMs, they could have squeezed in an SD card to boot. That'd be pretty cool. 2 nano SIMs and an SD card. Dual SIM and that, that would have been spectacular if they could have done that. That would definitely set it apart from the others. But at this point in time, I'm really not too sure why I would buy the Zenfone 3 over any of the other phones here. They're all excellent phones, including the Zenfone. But once you get up to $100, $150 more, are you in a different category? I mean, that's really up to you to decide, I guess. But I think I'd stick with my Axon at this price point, and the future-proofability, the Daydream compatibility. I mean, I'm a big gamer. I tried the VR. If you tried the Gear VR and you didn't like it, then that's a non-issue. If you tried the VR and you like it, I think Daydream's going to be even better. You're going to have more control, and I think it's going to be more immersive. So why not get a phone that's already Daydream compatible, or one of the other phones that are both excellent phones? So that's my review. I hope you found it helpful, and thanks for looking. That was just perfect timing. I got done with the video, packed up the Asus Zenfone, and the FedEx guy showed up to take it away. So I'm not sure I'm going to be getting another one. Like I said, I think it's kind of like in a gray area of, features for value, features for price. So I'm not sure that I'm going to replace it after all. But there's 2 things I wanted to touch on from the video. First off, this HTC 10 is Super LCD 5. Not AMOLED. I was pretty sure it was Super LCD, but on one of the phones I think they went to AMOLED. I think it might have been the A9 maybe. But this is a Super LCD 5, just to clarify that. And also, I did notice on the video while I was reviewing it that I said I didn't care for the micro SD on the Asus. I love micro SD. I love expandable storage. As long as you buy a high quality card, you can't go, and a high quality fast card, you can't go wrong with having a little extra storage. However, I don't like the micro SIM card that's used as the first SIM. SIM 1 is a micro SIM. Not a big fan of that. I like the nano SIM because all the new phones are coming out with nano SIM. I hate having to use adapter cards. So I wish they had made that a nano SIM instead of a micro SIM. And just to clarify also, after reviewing the video, I wish I could shoot it again. I do see the glare and the fact that I missed the fact that the camera, the phone came out of frame when I was showing the camera lag. I am in the market for a new camera. I'm going to be buying a new wide-angle camera to do these videos, and I will not be doing it at this location due to the glare that was on the video. So this is still a work in progress. Just bear with me, and I'll get it better. All right, thanks for watching.